What up, folks? Another long day. Yep. What's up, Mo? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? Shay, what's up? Whew. Let's see. That's right. You got to make sure you're enough. You are enough. All right. Got my heart in. Thank you. Oh, man. Tired. Oh, I'm in the office. Yeah. I like kind of doing it here in here. Got the chair and I can chill out instead of being downstairs. Oh boy. I'm tired. Today was a long day. Yep. Did a lot of yard work today. Cut the trees in the backyard. All of that. Me and Cam. I don't know where everybody at. Everybody running from this topic. Cause I tried to do this one last time and nobody showed up. So I'm bringing it back around again. See what people gonna do. Let's see. Shoot this out some more. It's a couple more peoples. Mm-hmm. Chi, what's up? What's up, Libra? AKA Deidre. How was your day? Right. That's when everybody everybody will come through right when I'm getting ready to shut it down, like, oh well. What's up, Ruth? Busy act. Oh yeah. Hey, India, what's going on? What's good? What's good? Yeah, I'm busy today too. I was doing some yard work, trimming the crap. I call them. They're really called crepe myrtle, but I call them crap myrtles because they all over the place. And I can't. No matter how much I cut them, they keep growing back. So I need to cut them because I want to let the kids play around this weekend and without having all the stuff falling all over the place. India, how was your day?
Good. My day was all right. I'm tired from working, but it's all right.
Yeah, I don't feel. I was just saying. I'm tired. I know I'm not gonna be on here long tonight because I just want to, you know, give the people what I'm giving, and then keep it moving and go sit back and kick my feet up and finish watching The Polygamous.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lord.
Look, if you
I
ain't
de-
watching it, you need to go watch it. It's on Netflix.
okay.
Boy,
I
let me
definitely.
tell you,
I thought it was just me being tired, but I guess it must be something in the atmosphere.
it is. It is.
Cause
It's like I don't know if I'm. I don't think I'm physically tired. I think I'm just mentally tired. I'm ready to just. Mama G, what's up?
hey,
What's up, homie?
Shit, everything and nothing. How
How
you
you
doing today?
doing? I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
you
good. My
tired?
daughter asked me to fry her some chicken, so here I am at 8:30 at night frying her some daggone chicken.
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with some fried yard bird.
mhm.
And that's a yard bird.
Yeah, we're
Can't
just sitting here
fly.
chatting.
It
Huh?
can't fly, but it can sure enough fry.
I know that's right.
I'll take it.
Trying to tell you any day of
Just
the week.
please my plate. I'll be over there to get it.
Come on, baby. I'm gonna have some okra and tomato and some rice with it.
Yes,
Hey, don't
ma'am.
you? Hey, you better not threaten India with a good time. You know she didn't get on the plane.
Listen, the way I've been going off eating this white folks food, I'm in Georgia right now at the soul food place about to grab something.
Look,
Which one did you go to, and where in Georgia are you?
I'm in Lawrenceville. Who got soul?
oh, you got
Oh
sold. They out there,
Okay.
no.
they not.
Um, n- I'm sorry, y'all.
Did they close? This is it.
I think so.
They needed
Hmm.
to.
Yeah, this is it was overrated. It was not.
That wasn't it.
No, no,
Collard greens tasted like corn, like cardboard. Oh my
no.
god. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
You putting vinegar in collard greens? That's just disrespectful.
Yeah, no.
No,
Mm-mm.
trying to kill the bacteria because you ain't washed them clean.
Nah, you need to go down to you need to go down to Southern Queens on Memorial. That's what.
Yeah, no, I've been in the airport, and when I say not being able to eat adequately, I think that's one
Mm-hmm.
reason I'm more tired because the food just hasn't been the best.
Mm.
And so I just been making do. So, when it's not comforting, you just like, I'm just hungry.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta just fill that void.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got home yesterday. Um, I got home yesterday and I just tired from flying. I don't think people understand. I might post some, like I've been posting stuff just because I was bored at work on these long flights. And I had a few people hit me up like, oh, I love your job. How do I become a flight attendant? And I really would love to be honest with people to say, if your body ain't built to be on the planes consistently, this is not a glamorous job. I eat near a bathroom. Like it's not a
Right.
glamorous job.
That part.
Yes. So you have a lot of people. Yes. You have a lot of people who want to do it or think it's cool, but they don't realize the sacrifice that you have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, like
No.
I've had to have surgery on my legs and stuff like that just from flying, and
Mm-hmm.
so everything ain't always what it seemed to be.
It's like being a doctor. People don't understand when that doctor is in that operating room for 14, 15 hours. You never think that man got to go to the bathroom for 14, 15
Yeah.
hours. But you
Listen,
That part.
can't take their hand out of somebody's brain or somebody's body. They got to stand there and finish that up. It ain't all glamour, honey. It ain't all glitz.
oh, absolutely. I had somebody hit me up, and I just started. I show snippets. Like I think I posted some stuff on there, and little do people know. Like when I was at the pool, I was only there for 2 hours because it was the next day, and
Mm.
I needed the rest. And then when I went to Idaho, I didn't sleep the whole night because I was on mountain time, and then my family started calling me, and I'm working, but I'm being present in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? In a
Right.
couple ways.
Free. What's going on?
So
Look, all I know is I just need to plug on that Wi-Fi. Just inbox me the password and everything.
look, on our airline, it's free. Shoot, it ain't at this point. It's free
Mm-mm.
on Southwest. It is.
Since when?
It's been free for a while.
Oh, they must have just started because I know beforehand. Well, I know I used to get it on because of T-Mobile had something with it or something.
Yeah, it's free though. It's definitely free now.
Okay.
It's definitely free. But yeah, I was just shocked at how people just look at things and don't see the sacrifice that people go through for everything. I
Right.
definitely don't.
Free to be.
So
What's
the
been
topic
good?
is, are you are enough?
Yeah, that's the topic. The topic tonight is you are enough. You are enough. I think I wanted to just remind everybody that, regardless of the relationship, remind yourself that you are enough. You're enough. And if they don't see that, then, but, I got different ways I go with it. So like now I'm starting to do opening statements now. So my
Okay.
opening statement is some people spend their whole lives trying to become enough for everybody else, enough to be loved, chosen, respected, desired, or accepted. But what happens when your value has been tied to performance, pain, appearance, money, status, or validation? Tonight, we're going to talk about and, learn the difference between the growth and constantly feeling like you must earn your worth. So, um, why do so many people secretly feel like they are not enough even when they're successful?
Because they're chasing something in society that don't really exist. And when you realize it's a lie and you can curate your own happiness,
Hmm.
then it makes it easier. Like we all know we were taught American dream, get married, do certain things, and you want to
Right.
do life with somebody who's gonna make you happy. But when you realize people are cheating to get ahead, you start looking at life a whole lot differently.
Mm-hmm.
The smoke is everything is smoke and mirrors. So that's why I feel like it happens. Until you learn that you can march to the beat of your own drum, that we can all have goals, right? But
Yeah.
you definitely have to get to a point where you understand, even in a marriage, like for instance, like a lot of Black women that I've spoken to, they'll say, they just told me to get married.
Yes, I am. No, I'm sorry. Sorry. I was asking Melba John questions. She was asking if I'm married. Yes.
Okay.
Married.
And so you get to a point where you just like, we're told to do things and then there's no other directions past it, so.
Okay. Melba John, welcome up. How's your evening?
It's going good. How about yourself?
Hey, no complaints here. No complaints here. Welcome up on the panel. We got Miss Altitude. That's Miss India. Miss Gwen over there. Welcome in. What your thoughts are?
You got to repeat it because I came in at the end of the question.
Okay, so I was telling everybody what the topic was tonight was you are enough, and I asked why do so many people secretly feel not enough even when they're successful?
I just think it might be like a human thing. Being a being is seems to be pretty difficult for a lot of people, and so they are typically just not satisfied with simplicity. Not everybody is like that, but yeah, I think that just simplicity, simple things are not enough. Society, the internet, social media sort of kind of
Hmm.
contributes to a lot of different like thought processes, and they comes like women. Um, I mean, at one point in time, our natural bodies were okay.
Right,
But
right.
now, I mean, even I don't know, even aging, like they're making. Even I'm getting caught up in it because it's like, I look at like images and pictures and stuff like that, and it's like being constant. It's like a constant thing. If I keep opening my phone, it's a constant thing where, oh well, we need to get fillers because smile lines are not, they're not like the best thing. We need lashes because our natural lashes are not, um, good enough. We need to have like the really skinny waist. So yeah.
Right, right. So in other words, still trying to uphold an image of what everybody has classified as, beauty or anything like that. Yeah. But yeah, and you said something like simplicity too. Things don't have to always be complicated. Things can be very simple. But I think a lot of times we make things so complicated more than what it is. Um, but I also feel with the answer to even me answering the question myself, the part of even when people are are successful, achievement doesn't automatically heal insecurity, right? People feel like, oh well, I got all this money, I got the best job, but if you're still insecure, that money is not gonna that's not going to heal their insecurity. A person can have money, relationships, attention, and accomplishment and still feel emotionally empty, you know, um, especially if their self worth is depends on outside validation.
You are absolutely correct. Because a lot of times, what I've noticed in my own life is that although I've achieved so many things, I'm on to the next. We are kind of taught to not sit and bask in the glory of achievement a bit.
Yeah.
And so for me, with I don't have typical problems. And so when I do have an issue, my whole thing is, dang, can't nobody show up for me the way that I show up for them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's one of my things. So I also have it to where, as accomplished as I am, I'm still striving for more. And it wasn't honestly until the beginning of the year when I had to look myself in the mirror and say, when is enough enough? What is my end goal? What is the out for me? Right.
Yeah.
And I I have these really successful people around me. And when you're around people who are driven and successful and entrepreneurs, you feel like you got to be doing. And
I think we lost you, India.
um I really can you hear me?
Okay, you're back now. Oh, we
I can
lost you
hear me.
again.
Okay,
Yeah, I
can you
can
hear
hear you
me?
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I have these girlfriends and I love them, love them, love them. And with me being, I think I've had imposter syndrome. I think I have had issues of I'm not doing enough because I was of my background. So sometimes your past still haunts you a bit, right? And I finally
Mhm.
got to the point at the age of 43 where I was like, I'm happy with me.
Right. And I
I
mean,
had
that's
to,
all that matters. Being happy with yourself, loving yourself and being happy with yourself is the biggest part, man. That's the biggest part that we sometimes forget, that we just need to be happy with ourselves.
but you don't realize how much, I guess, the shared experience in the Black community, how much we're trying to overcome still. And when you
Yeah.
reach those things, it sometimes it isn't what it looks like. It isn't what I thought it was supposed to look like.
Right. Right.
So, and so what I meant to say about the girlfriends, they're busy and they're entrepreneurs because the job, the world says you got to be an entrepreneur. And I'm watching these people unalive themselves 7 days a week to have a business. And in my mind, this year, I finally made it up. Like, I don't want to be a slave to anybody. If it
Mhm.
disturbs my peace, I'm walking away from it. So that's now I don't covet anybody else's life.
That's
I am
right.
looking directly at mine and what makes me happy. And lo and behold, when I started doing that, those ladies started pulling me to the side and I started seeing a bit of their brokenness and how they're unhappy in certain aspects when the whole time I'm praising them and some of these people aren't even happy.
Yeah. And that's the sad part about it, That's the part where, people got to realize it starts from within. Everything
But
starts from within.
and the last thing, and then I'll land. So at this point in my life, I'm not striving for greatness in the way that the world tells us. What I'm striving for is my out. What is our out and what will keep you peaceful? That's kind of what I'm striving for. So for me, having a balance between my children and my work and being okay with it. So
Okay, I appreciate that. All right, busy. Yeah, I got you busy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Appreciate you listening in. Stephanie, welcome in. Um, let's see. What's the let me see what the next part gonna be. Kind of some follow-up questions. Thinking about, relationships that you were in, past, current, now, you know, were you loved for who you were or only what you provided? Sunshine, what's up? What's up? Were you loved for who you were or only for what you provided? Appreciate the hand heart, bro.
I think I was always loved for who I was, right? Because
Okay.
people, some people can sometimes see the favor on you that you don't see in yourself, right? Or the
Mm,
light in you, right?
okay.
But I felt inadequate because, like, for instance, like I really think my childhood traumatized me, right? As an adult, meaning that although I was making good money, I felt inadequate because I didn't have a degree at one point.
Mm.
And then
Real quick,
now I'm
welcome
like,
in.
I could have did this same job without a degree, and I was stressed. And I'm like, so what made people be happy with this? Because the world
Right.
tells you have to have it, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I think people have always loved me for who I am, and I didn't see the favor on my life or how blessed I was, because a lot of things should have taken me out. And currently, which is, you pray for something and you get it. Like I met somebody and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is too good to be true. The questioning of things. And it is, I just have a hard time for people showing up for me because I've always had to show up for other people. Or I've never met a man that not to say never, but like recently in the dating pattern I've been in, haven't met a man that is, that curates a space for me to be a woman versus me having to lead and show him. Like I think in a partnership or marriage, you're all going to learn from one another. But some people are just in different seasons in life where you're not going to get certain things. But for me, I tend to have run into men where I think they need a little bit more work, right? And certain aspects are like, or they're just happy where they are.
Right.
And for me, my ideal is I'm never looking to change anybody. So if I don't like who you are now, I'm just going to move on and things like that. But because I don't think you should change anybody. You should be happy for who
No.
they are. They never change.
No. Happy for who they are. You said something just a moment ago about curating the space. I've been hearing that like for the past 2 weeks, right? I've been hearing it from both sides, not just men, not just women, but from men as well. Like the other person is not curating a space for them. Um, so as this ties into, you are enough, curating a space, right?
Mhm.
My question to that is also, my question with this is, I'm hearing the person is not curating a space, but are we allowing the person to curate a space? That's the question I'm posing now is, are we allowing them, what I'm saying, to curate a space, or are we trying to continuously control the space?
I won't say control it. Sometimes you don't know what it looks like for people to
Hmm.
offer help because you've never been asked. So
Okay.
sometimes it's foreign. So, like for instance, I had this gentleman say to me, um, I don't even say today. I was so stressed out. I was supposed to do pictures for my graduation, and things just wasn't coming together. I had to cancel everything, and out of nowhere, he just started helping, right, to whatever the capacity that I needed.
Hmm. Hmm.
And just even though it was like, dang, thank you. I didn't even think. I was just going off about how my day was, and while I'm going off, this man is trying to fix it.
Mm.
And so for me, I never asked him for help because I don't know how to ask for help because I've never been in. I've had to learn to save myself in every situation in life, from birth to currently.
So it was hard for you to receive that, huh?
Yes, yes.
Wow. I felt that's where that was going, and I was like, yeah, I bet you it was hard for you to receive that, especially if it's something that you're not accustomed to. Um, let's see. Free did said both on on the question that I had did pose as well. Um, Anybody else want to add anything on that, Melba John? You want to add anything on that particular one, or um, let's see. Busy said down in the comments. He said on the Breakfast Club today, Chloe Bailey said she had to dial it back on some on controlling. I didn't catch that one, but again, that's one of those things I've been hearing over the past couple of weeks about the controlling part. And I think the controlling part, in my opinion, again, I'm not a therapist. I'm just a man who's been through some things. I think the controlling part comes from fear. There's a little bit of a fear there because the fear of what the outcome is going to be and trying to control what that outcome is going to be instead of letting be what it's going to be and just see where it's going to go. What kind of way I think it is. But I'm definitely gonna have to check that out to see what she said on the. Appreciate Busy dropping that. And Busy also said allowing people to be themselves and create space for the man to be him. For sure, for sure. All right. Sorry, Mel. Go ahead and Melvin John. I know you was about to chime in, and I had ended up reading Busy's comment.
For me to be able to respond, I need to understand
Mhm.
specifically like what am I responding to? Because I'm confused.
So the the question, the second part of the question I posed was, were you loved for who you were or only for what you provided? And what Altitude had dropped was, you know, she spoke about curating a space, and what that entails. And I piggybacked on that and said, I had been hearing that for the past couple of weeks, and my question I posed towards that um, statement was statement slash question was: are we allowing the space to be curated? Are we allowing it to happen to where we want a curated space, but are we allowing a curated space to actually happen, or are we still trying to control what happens in that particular space?
Okay, cool. And I assume this is based on like girl on guy, like relationships, or is it just in general?
I mean, we can go relationships or we can go in general. However you feel comfortable, kicking it.
Well, I'll try to do in general just because as an adult, I have not actually experienced a relationship. So I don't think that, I mean, I can comment, but it would be more like rhetorical, I guess. But anyway, I think that people just with regards to myself, I just think that people
Welcome in, D.
admire or just like love the thought of, the thought of me. I don't think that they love me for what I offer, and I don't think that they, um, well, I forget like the other part, but I think it's more of just like the thought, like, okay, you come across somebody who, for one, it's like a, I guess like girl and guy thing. It's like a physical thing. Just in
Mm-hmm.
general, I feel like kind of like with family, it's more, I look a little different than other people in my biological family. And so I just kind of feel like they enjoy the thought to say, oh, well, that's my sister, oh, or oh, I know her, versus just like um what it kind of feels like to truly experience what I feel like
Welcome in.
is inside.
Right. So in other
Um
words, you basically saying they liking the idea of who you are.
yeah, but then like, like I guess if I, because of course when you get comfortable, you start to express yourself, and your true self typically at some point comes out. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's just always been very different than those that I have sort of kind of been around, if that makes any sense. Like the thought process is just a little different. So it's just kind of hard to connect, I guess,
Okay.
outside of like surface level.
All right. I got that. I got that. I appreciate that. Um, that actually leads me to my next question. Um, at what point does self improvement turn into self rejection? At what point does self improvement turn into self rejection?
Well, I
When
want
you
to respond to the question about you had asked a question before that.
Mm-hmm.
Altitude had responded to it. You asked her, "Are we making?" I think it was like something like, "Are we making the space comfortable?" What was that question?
Oh, are we
Like creating a safe space.
yeah, creating that space?
So that's the thing, I'm a little confused. If I'm necessarily creating that safe space, I guess with regards to, maybe this is more like touching on guys, just because I've been independent, since I was like 16 or 17. I've been living on my own. And I've
Mm-hmm.
sort of kind of had to, not sort of kind of, I've had to learn everything. I've had to learn every aspect of what it means to take care of yourself. And I just personally feel like, if I had to learn how to change a tire, if I had to end up buying my own car, which I've had, people buy me cars before, but if I've had to do all these different things and then I ultimately end up purchasing my own home and paying all of my own bills, then I don't really understand mentally what exactly I need a man for, other than for him to sort of kind of be like a toolbox, like, for him to like do stuff. And then far as just like, people mean at a certain age, like when you reach a certain age in life, to establish like a foundation, like a relationship, like a relationship foundation, like a solid foundation. I guess based on like friendship and trust and all these different things, it becomes more and more difficult the older that you get.
Hmm. So I'm gonna take a step back to something you said earlier. You said, and I'm just gathering this for context on what you're saying. You're saying because you said something earlier about in your adult life you have never experienced a relationship. Is that Did I get that correct, or did I miss any of the words that you said with that?
No, that was correct.
Okay. So do you think that's because you can do for yourself, and then or what has you in that particular status, or is it something that because I'm just gathering things, like I know a lot about everyone here and everything, so I'm just making sure that I understand your perspective on it.
Are you just like kind of asking me why I feel like I haven't experienced it?
Yeah, yeah, I'm curious. And do you want to experience it?
Yeah, I would love to try it out.
Okay, okay.
And then too, and this is more like jokingly, but I probably need to surround myself around other females, to sort of kind of see like what they're doing to be in a position where they're experiencing like these relationships as they call them. But um, I just most of the people that I meet, most of the guys that I meet, they don't, like I said, they don't speak to me, they don't talk to me in a manner like that. I think too, it could be like my demeanor, or energy that I give off. I'm just kind of looking for what my expectation is, that it be traditional, like the way that I was brought up or the things that I saw when I was coming up. I always saw men leading. I always saw that men initiated relationships. Um, and they kind of like they led, but like, and may might be the area that I'm in as well. But what I just experience is I feel like I run across more like the physical aspect of a man versus like the
Mhm.
mental aspect of a man.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate the context on that, which kind of goes back to, when Altitude was saying about curating a space. So going back to that is, I asked, men and women, are we curating the space and allowing the space to happen to be able to achieve, the things that you're looking for, or are we unintentionally blocking it because of whatever reason? We just unintentionally blocking it, so now we can no longer actually see that particular thing happening.
I mean, for me, I can say that I am curating a space, so right,
Hmm.
and I am being about honestly, my father's business, if that makes sense. So if I'm being about my father's business, he will find me, right, and so if he has found me and I'm questioning everything instead of, and I'm not saying going with the flow, but questioning it and like and getting to do the deep diving of the morals, character, and ethics of an individual, then it is tough. But when you are a person who is self sufficient, and I can identify with the young lady that was just speaking, I am very self sufficient. But because life is so multifaceted and the emotional aspects of life, sometimes we don't take into consideration. You sometimes it's like well, dang, I didn't even give the person an opportunity to help me because I automatically assume that they can't show up for me because of the way I show up for them. When in reality, just a little bit of help goes a long way, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's almost the equivalent of saying your best ain't good enough, right?
Right.
And when she said about being around other women, what I have learned about that, because I used to question that too. Like I've had to teach myself all aspects of life, and maybe I may have had some issues with women back in the day, like older women. Like I just had issues where I wasn't coachable or teachable from another woman. That I had to understand that, like for instance, if you ever go to premarital counseling, the counselor says if you can accept it, that is what you put up with in your marriage or your relationship. And I wish more people understood that if this is what you can accept and you can tolerate, that's what you deal with, because you'd be surprised what people are putting up with in relationships to have a bit of a man or woman, right? And so when you formulate what it is that you want to have, and what is your happiness with said person and things like that, then you will look at it a bit different. So for me, right now, I kind of look at relationships a bit different. I'm open to relationships, but ultimately, like I have, like example, I have all of these plans as a single woman currently, right? But I know when God sends me my husband, these plans, some of these plans are going to shift, not meaning I lose self or insight of self, meaning that two people are coming together, joining as one. And
Right.
then you are going to have to be moldable to yay or nay when things are coming up in relationships. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think sometimes that part of he just got to accept me for who I am, or they just got to get on the boat and understand my job schedule. And it's like, no, relationships don't work like that. I've been a wife and I've never counted, well, I cleaned the bathroom today, so my husband gonna clean it tomorrow. Like I'm not penny pinching on different things. So for me, I think it's having an understanding of being able to curate that space. And as being an independent woman, I've had to learn how to fall back, even though I want to do. If that man is going the wrong way, I let him go the wrong way. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
I got
not
you. I
being
feel you.
funny, but I can't control everything.
No, and I dig that. I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, we stayed on that one for a second there, but that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad. I hope everybody got a little bit from that piece right there. J Kim, welcome in.
Can I?
Mama J, what you got?
So, you know my story that I
Mm-hmm.
am now investing in myself because I've been in the role of all the roles that a woman could go through: mother, daughter, sister, aunt, everything but grandmother. I'm now just trying to reinvent me and trying to
Mm-hmm.
know who I am at this stage where I'm gonna be mom, but I don't have to be mom. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can be sister, but I don't have to be sister. I don't have to show up for everybody. I can now start to show up for myself. And the relationship that I am establishing with myself, it's so nice. I'm getting to know my new likes and dislikes and my wants and my needs. I'm rediscovering me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think so
I'm
often we,
falling in
we,
love
we
with
lose
me.
ourselves. And that's what I was going. Fall in love with you. Because I think for so long we tend to lose ourselves within everything else. And I'm not necessarily saying anybody, but we lose ourselves within life. And we have to take a step back and say, you know what? I need to find myself again. You know what I'm saying? I need to find myself again. I need to find out what else makes, you know, Marlon feel complete? What makes India feel complete? What makes, Gwen feel complete? What makes Melby John feel complete? There's a point in time where we have to go back to those, get that little subtle reminder. And life is good about giving you those subtle reminders to remind you to go and look back at it.
Well, one thing, could I add to Mama G, or I wanted to
Yeah.
ask, if you don't mind, I'm not adding, I would like to ask. Um, or maybe the epiphany has just hit me that when you were speaking, that your likes have shifted and you're growing into who the person you are today versus the likes or what your desires were, like, because there was a
Mhm.
shift, right? Or
Yeah,
was there a shift? That's what
there
I'm
was a
asking.
shift. There was
Okay.
a shift when I realized I am trying to be more for others than I am being for myself.
And then did your likes shift as well, or they are still constant, or these things are new?
I'm trying different things, so my likes are evolving.
Okay.
My likes are evolving. I am looking at the world in different eyes.
Okay.
You know, I'm seeing me. I'm seeing the me after kids. I'm seeing the me after menopause. I'm seeing me after marriage. I'm seeing me.
Mm, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I love that. And so that falls right in alignment with the topic for tonight, which is you are enough. You know what I mean? Again, I'll say it again. I bring in this topic because I want everybody to realize that you are enough. You know, you are enough, and I mean, I don't even have to have a long drawn out explanation. Just know that you are enough. So I think we covered that part of it. So I'm gonna shoot to question number 2. Um, at what point does self improvement turn into self rejection? Jack, welcome in. At what point does self improvement turn into self rejection?
It turns into self-rejection when it doesn't look like what you thought it was going to look like, or it doesn't feel the way you thought it was going to
Kenya,
feel.
welcome in.
It it So for me, that's when the self-rejection came in for me, when it didn't feel or look like. And then I'm learning, like, oh, I have to curate happiness just doesn't happen. Like, you have to decide to be happy. It's the feeling just doesn't come. There are things that you have to do to have that, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. I mean, it's like what Sunshine said in the comments. She said, when improvement is no longer for and about self, when you're centering everyone else, and that goes to what Mama Gwen said. You know what I mean? It's all about her right now. No one else is the center except herself. Um, Free. The question was, at what point does self improvement turn into self rejection? Kenya, the topic for tonight is very simple. You are enough. Um, so my answer to that is my answer to the question of at what point does self improvement turn into self rejection is growth is healthy. All right. Um, but when you begin to look at every version of yourself, it still feel unacceptable. Improvement becomes a punishment instead of purpose. Um, I want everyone to know that you can want better without hating yourself in the process. Of course, I don't want anyone to hate themselves. Yeah, there are gonna be some things, and it's not so much of a hate; it's a dislike. But the dislike is something that you recognize about yourself and say, you know what, I don't like that about myself, and I need to change that, because sometimes change is necessary to get to the next step, right? And no, it's not losing your identity of who you are, but but being honest with ourselves and holding ourselves accountable, there are things that we need to change about ourselves. Period. There's some things we need to change. If we can't keep doing things the same exact way, expecting a different result, we all know that's the definition of insanity. So, we gotta start moving a lot different for the betterment of ourselves. Um, so my question within that in that section is, um, and this is generalized, right? Um, are some people addicted to fixing themselves because they don't believe they're worthy right now?
I think people are addicted to changing themselves to morph into what someone else will find likable or lovable. If we become such a chameleon where we can actually change who we are in the presence of whoever is standing in front of us at that time, at some point you lose yourself. You lose who you really are because you're so busy trying to please other people and be what they want so that they would like you or love you or want you or need you or desire you. And that can be a parent to a child. That could be a spouse. That could be on a job. That could be anything. I want to change to be what is going to be acceptable to somebody else. And I can lose myself in the process.
And you know what? I'm gonna drop a real point on that one right there because you said this. I'm gonna put it like this: some people don't even know how to sit with themselves unless they're trying to chase another accomplishment.
Facts. Total facts.
Some people just don't even know how to sit with themselves and unless they're actually trying to chase something else. Sometimes you're not supposed to chase something else. Sometimes you're supposed to sit with yourself a little bit.
Put
It's
yourself
not
on an
about
emotional timeout, daggone it.
right. Let's see. I had a couple of comments here. Okay, Sunshine said, "Yep." Mel said, "Facts. Know thyself. Great read. Yes. So true. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like sitting with yourself, man. We don't give ourselves enough credit. No, I got you. I know it was really a book. No, I got you. I don't think we give ourselves enough credit of the power that we have within ourselves. You see, Sunshine said, if they're working on from an unhealed, rejected place, yes, self improvement becomes a cloak. Whew. Yes, yes. It hides some things, man. It hides some things. You know, I had a podcast topic at one point when I said therapy is important. Yeah, therapy is important.
But sometimes you got to put yourself in a cocoon. And it's
Hmm.
something that cloak is not bad because you might come out better, different, more beautiful, more accepting. I mean, what happens when a butterfly, when that cocoon gets around them? They morph. They morph
Hmm.
into something wonderful that's free and better looking and understood and accepted.
But I don't think it's until you have an awakening in yourself. Like sometimes people don't get it because they are lost. They're running around with a reprobate mind, right? They're into their own will of things, right?
Hmm.
And when you get to a point of, I like me, like I currently like who I am right now. And what you all said about the whole resting aspect, like I think it isn't until you have an awakening to say, you know what, it's okay in this season to rest, even if the world says be busy. Even with the chaos or burnout or all of the said things are going on, like all of these crazy things are happening currently in society, and I have chose to not be a part of it. Right?
Hmm.
Like I couldn't tell you what's currently going on. I just know that I need to live. And living for me is getting sun and sitting still and maybe doing a Bible study, being able to rest my mind, right? Because it's the current overstimulation that's currently happening. So for me, you're right. People can't even meditate. They can't sit because they are their own worst enemies because they're trying to live up to an expectation that's maybe not meant for them.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah. Mel has said that. You know, she said that. Like, yeah, that's real. Um, Free said she agrees, and believers are called to be transformed and renewed, but they're also invited to rest. Sunshine says, right. Self improvement is always about self first. You have to dig deep and detach. Free says, in the knowledge that their value isn't earned, but by perfect performance. All facts, like dropping. I love that. I love the comment section. Y'all over there, getting it down there. um, Number three. Here's number three. When we're talking about you are enough, you are enough, but does that mean stay the same?
No. In every season you grow.
Nope. Because
And
you are absolutely correct. Because being enough don't mean you stop growing. You got to continuously grow. It means your worth isn't dependent on some form of perfection. You can evolve. You know, you can evolve without believing that you're broken. You can evolve.
I
You
think the
know.
part that hurts is that life you can't. Some people are afraid of letting go of that life, right? You thought that you could take these things with you and these people, and even the lesson that I'm learning, like within the shift of life, is that the people that were my ride or die for 20 or 30 years, I thought like they're not here today, right? And I
Mm,
could have not ever seen life without them. And now I'm at a point where like I feel like I'm pushed. There's another level that I need to get to, and I'm being pushed against the ceiling. And the what is it? The transformation, it hurts, right? Because I don't know this season or who this person is. Like I don't know me in this season. The things that I did out of survival do not work in this season of when I'm currently thriving and when I currently have achieved and where I'm currently mentally am in a better place. So like some of the old habits that I had that kept me in one season cannot come with me to the next.
and so you know what? From what you just said, right? That goes back to one of my previous statements, previous observation questions or whatnot. You just said you don't know who you are in this particular season. This is your season where to sit. This is your sitting season now to say, you know what? Let me sit down because the person who I was always doing this. Sitting don't mean I don't do anything, but sitting is meaning I'm saying I'm going to make sure that I take some time to understand who I am at this point because I know who I was then, but I don't know who the hell I am right now. And I need to make sure I still do what I need to do, but I need to take enough time for myself to sit here and say and figure out who am I at this particular point. You know what I'm saying?
And being
Freezy said
unapologetic about it.
we should constantly be evolving. Free said person can be whole, valuable, and worthy today while contributing to learn, heal, and develop over a lifetime. And I'm sorry, go ahead, Mama Gwen.
I think sometimes we have to apologize for who we are when we're in relationships.
Forgive
Always
ourselves.
gotta, you always gotta hold back something and always be apologetic about it. And at some point in time in your life, like now for me, I'm unapologetically Gwen. I am unapologetically Gwen. Good, bad, or indifferent. I am under spiritual and emotional construction. I'm still gonna stumble. I'm gonna get back up. But you know something? This ride is so interesting for me. It's so
That's serious.
interesting.
What them young folk do? Clock it.
That part right there.
Clock it. Hey, what them folk do? What them young folk
that,
do?
that that
I
part
go
right
ask
there.
my
That,
daughters,
that
like,
that
what
that
y'all
thing
do?
right there,
Clock
right there.
it. All right, for sure, for sure, for sure. Anybody else got anything you want to add? Peachy, welcome in. Oh, Kenya dropped the comment. Kenya said,
Hey, Poochie. Hey,
they
Free
say to know
Kenya.
yourself, you should sit with yourself daily. Sit with yourself without distractions for 10 minutes daily. Okay. Y'all heard it from Kenya, and y'all know Kenya be like on it. Kenya be like, look, let's light some candles. Let's sit here in this moment. Let's sit with ourselves. I don't care if we gotta go sit in a bubble bath. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Peachy, what it do? What it do? You coming up here? Um Topic for tonight. Anybody that's just joining us, welcome to the 100 100. I apologize for not greeting and saying that to everyone earlier, but topic for tonight is you are enough. Okay, Peachy, I got you, sis. Um, Can accountability and self love exist together?
Yes, your
I'll tell you,
accountability is part of your self love.
it is. As long as you're holding yourself accountable, it is. You know, you got that's that conversation you got to have with yourself and say, "Now, Marlon, you know damn well." You know, it's like Gwen, you know damn well.
You know good and damn
You
well.
know good and damn well. You got to have that conversation with yourself. You know, can you says here your thoughts and learn to be comfortable with yourself by yourself. I think a lot of times we don't give ourselves enough credit and enough self time to really just talk to ourselves, be with ourselves. We don't do that enough. You know, we look at everything else, and Mel has said it earlier, like how about social media has such an influence on everything. When are we going to not let the influence of those things that continuously and pop up all the time? We got to learn how to remember to remind ourselves, like Kenya said, 10 minutes a day to sit with self. I don't think 10 minutes is a long time. Unapologetically, welcome in. 10 minutes ain't no time. We spend 10 minutes strolling. Come on. It's about prioritizing ourselves and making time for ourselves, for our own mental and self and health. You know what I mean? Um, Look, I'm with you, Free. I love sitting with myself. Look, I sit with myself and I come up with some great ideas. I do. um, Number 5. Why do people overextend themselves to prove their worth?
Acceptance. Acceptance
Mhm.
again. It's always acceptance. If
Yeah,
if I overextend myself, if I'm always there for everybody else, then people will want me and need me. But then at some point, don't you get tired of people pulling at you and wanting you and needing you?
man, be needy, 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 needy. Like it
Gimme,
gets
gimme, 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 gimme,
gimme,
gimme,
gimme,
gimme,
gimme,
gimme, gimme,
gimme.
gimme, gimme, gimme. I need you, I need you, I need you. Save me,
Yeah,
save me, save me. And it's
save
like,
me.
my God, today, sit down.
Yeah, Mel, I got you. I appreciate you coming up, Mel. We do this on every Wednesday and Thursday. Everybody go like and go follow Mel. You know, she definitely contributed. I'm gonna let her down right now. Here we go. Pew!
That's a few.
You know how I do. Um, Free said they tie their worth to being needed. Absolutely. So my answer to that is going to be because people think love must be earned through sacrifice, overgiving, silence, or suffering. They become exhausted trying to prove they deserve basic respect.
Every day I gotta prove my love.
Every day I gotta prove my love. you know, I sit back sometimes and I wonder why do we have such this strong desire to be needed and wanted?
I don't. Not anymore.
Look, I don't either. You
No, no,
feel
no.
me?
Even in my profession, because as a social worker, I was always needed. I was always needed. I
Hmm.
was always there to fix everybody else's situation, everybody's problems. Then as a wife, I was always
Yes.
needed to fix the situation and the problems. Then as a
Hmm.
mother, fix the situation and the problems. Then
Yes.
as the youngest sibling, fix the situation and the problem. I mean, good
Hmm.
grief. And when I had my own situations and problems, I would isolate myself until I could figure myself out, until I could figure out how to get
That's
out of
right.
it.
And you know the thing that we do while we sitting there doing all of that? We ignore those red flags just to be chosen.
Absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
ignore the hell out of them red flags just to be chosen and feel like we wanted and needed. Like Kenya said, it's exhausting.
It is exhausting. And I need a nap.
Look, at this big age that we at, I take naps. I don't know about y'all. I take naps.
A real nap. I mean a snoring, drooling, hair
Man,
standing up on my head kind of a nap.
Trying to tell you, trying to tell you. Um, I think a lot of people stay in certain places because they have this really innate fear of starting over. You know, thinking about the whole self worth and everything, the proving their worth. People stay in situations because, man, I got to start all over. Yeah,
Yeah.
and be okay with starting all over.
It is. You buy new tires, right? You don't roll in that donut forever. You go buy a new tire. That donut could
Come on,
satisfy, but get that tire,
that's
right?
right. That's right.
And
That's right.
sometimes it's a thin line between being needed and being used.
Hmm.
Thin line. And you have
Look,
to know where that line is crossing, where that line intertwines, and how to
that's right.
step back. Because
That's right.
folks will drain you. Folks will they will drain the life out of you
All day
and watch
long.
you be drained.
That's right.
And they'll sit there and just keep watching and watching until you start becoming ill and you
Hmm.
start fading away right in front of their eyes,
Withering away.
withering away.
Now here go one of these questions. Y'all know I always have this one question. So chat, y'all get
What do
ready.
you?
Y'all get ready for this one. Mama Gwen, get ready.
Oh, Lord.
Can someone love you properly if you don't believe you're enough?
Oh, wait a minute, huh? Repeat that again for the people in the nosebleed section. What?
Can someone love you properly if you don't believe you're enough?
No, they can't.
Why not?
Because there's no limit. There's no bottom. There's no stop. There's no go. There's just this ongoing conundrum of the two of you doing a tango, just all around in the circles. All around in the circles. It becomes very
Mm,
confusing. Because if I don't feel like I'm enough, I'm always trying to do something to be enough. So I'm just going around in
uh-huh.
circles. I'm that hamster on the wheel, doing a lot of running, and it just ain't going nowhere.
I got you. Big guy, what's up, brother?
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, man. Hold up. I don't like that. Say that again because Gwen ain't do her part. So say that again, big guy.
No, 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 no. That's retired.
Oh, we don't have no more shouty.
No, because people get uncomfortable because I say it, no, I'm good. I'm good.
You know
Got
what?
one time for me, and I'm done. I'm good. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Don't talk to me. That's what I got for that. Don't even talk to me.
Good evening, sir. How are
I
you?
don't. I don't. What'd you say, Marlon?
I ain't
Good
fooling
evening,
with
sir.
y'all.
How are you? Oh, I get snubbed now.
No,
Okay, so
I'm not dealing with
I
such nonsense.
no
Oh,
problem.
Jesus.
I don't. I'm good. Alrighty
So,
then.
Free said, yes, someone can love you properly even if you don't feel you're enough. Okay. I'm going to agree with you on that one, Free. I heard what Mama Gwen said, but I'm going to agree with you on that one, Free. But Big Guy, I don't know if you heard the question. It is can someone love you properly if you don't believe you are enough?
Can someone love you properly if you don't think that you are enough?
Correct. You don't believe you're enough. Can someone still love you properly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Free said, yes, someone can love you properly even if you don't feel enough. Sunshine said, yes, they can love you properly, but you will probably reject or sabotage it when you don't believe. Come on.
In some way, form, or fashion. That's
Yeah.
right.
And that's the
You will.
result. Unapologetically, Christy said, yes and no, because you will never believe it and you will self-sabotage the relationship. Look, everybody on the same page.
Yeah.
It may be difficult for you to receive it fully. Yeah. So somebody can give it to you, but if you're not in a position to receive it, you won't recognize it until it's gone and go, dang.
But we've all been there, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we've all been there, man.
When you don't recognize what love looks like, so you don't know how
Yeah,
to respond to it or act to it or receive it. You
that's
tend
right.
to reject it because it's a foreign entity.
It's a foreign entity because a lot of times at that point, what we begin to do um, insecurity can distort that healthy love that you may not be familiar with. You know, uh, people can give you a compliment and it's going to feel suspicious, or you know, reassurance never lasts, and peace can feel unfamiliar. So it's
Very much so.
you know what I mean. Like this
Why is it
thing
so
can
damn
go. This
quiet
thing
in
can do
here?
some things. Yeah.
Why is it so damn quiet in here? I need some.
Why is it so damn
People
quiet
say,
in here?
yeah, people say I want some toxicity in my life. Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh no! Careful what you
Absolutely.
ask for.
Mm-hmm. So.
Somebody said I like a toxic woman every now and again. You must be outside your mind. And I'm a woman.
Lord Jesus.
I don't want no toxic friends. I don't even want
I
nothing
don't
toxic
want
in my
none of
cabinet.
that.
I don't want
None
none
of
of
it.
that.
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
I rebuke that in the name of Jesus and all his disciples. Yes, Lord.
Can you say insecurity is a come on. Where we at? I think we landed there pretty good. Number 7. We're
Number
rolling
7.
along pretty good right now. I like that. Um, whew. How do you rebuild confidence after being broken emotionally?
Ooh. Realizing that the person who egreged you, that was their stuff. That's not your stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's their
How
stuff.
do you rebuild confidence after being broken emotionally? I'm gonna give the chat a chance to respond. I give Big Guy a chance to respond on that too. But I'm gonna respond by saying the way that you do that is by separating your identity from your experiences.
Mm.
Okay. Um, what happened to you is not always who you are. And you got to remind yourself that healing starts when you stop letting rejection define your value.
Mm. Now that's a good one.
Come on, y'all
I
know.
had to learn that. I had to learn that recently.
Mm-hmm.
After my last experience, it's like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
something. Sometimes God be trying to send you messages, and we be ignoring stuff,
We be ignoring God so much.
being stubborn and stupid.
Mm-hmm. Unapologetically, Christy said, therapy, self-reflection, and accountability. The big A. Boy, boy, boy. Mm-mm-mm. That big A is
Mm-mm.
for real. B, welcome in, welcome in. I see you down there, love. Um, that's right, sunshine. Remember who the fuck I am. Go back to who I was before then, y'all. Man, don't make me go back to who I used to be. Y'all don't even know me.
Don't make me reach in my pocketbook
Don't make me reach in my purse. You know what I'm saying?
and take
Hey,
off
no.
my earrings and carryings
Hey,
on.
one of the things I used to always tell people, I tell people quick, uh, don't uh, don't let this button down in these slacks fool y'all just because I had us on.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you,
Don't let
baby.
the smooth things fool you now. Don't let just because I got on these slacks and these cold cons and this button down shirt.
Don't get it twisted,
Don't
baby.
get it twisted. It's a whole G under here. Come on.
I can come out of pocket and turn this whole room upside down.
Sunshine, I know you wasn't trying to come up, but you can come up sometime. I don't mind to hear your voice sometimes, Sunshine. I think everybody would love to hear Sunshine's voice. Wouldn't y'all like to hear Sunshine's voice sometime?
Absolutely.
Sunshine? Don't run.
Ooh, child, this fried chicken is chickening.
That chicken is chickening over there. Yes. Ooh, she over there
Man.
cooking fried chicken. Um,
It's sickening. Sickening right now.
Knowing and remembering that your worth was never lost. That's right. So here's a men versus women part of this segment.
Uh
I'm not
oh.
necessarily saying versus, but it is for men. For men, the question I pose is why are men often taught their worth is tied to money and success?
Because
I answer that
broke boys
because
don't deserve no. I'm sorry.
you stupid. So our money is often tied our worth is also often tied to money and success because it's like women look at whether a man has money and success. So therefore we're going to pose our worth towards that. Oh, Kenya, the question was why are men often taught their worth is tied to money and success? Because I mean, a lot of times when we are meeting a certain woman, there's no woman on this earth that wants to deal with a man that does not have something going for himself. Period. If he's still living at his mama house, a lot of women ain't trying to deal with him. If he doesn't have a you know a fairly decent job, you're not going to deal with him. So that's something we carry on our back. We got to go out. We still have to be men. It's I need to go and take her out on a date. So I got to have a couple dollars. Don't mean I got to have you know steak 48 roof Chris dot type of dollars, but I got to have something. Because Lord knows if I take you to Cheesecake Factory, I'm gonna get talked about probably. But even though I like Cheesecake Factory, I'm just saying. I don't know. Y'all still there? It got quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody's still there. Okay,
Eyes here.
okay. Just making sure. Sometimes I have to ask that question. Sometimes we feel like I'll be talking to myself, and then when it's quiet up on the panel, and then I don't see nobody talking in the chat section.
Honey, if you start replying to yourself, then that's when we're going to start worrying.
Look, I'm trying not to. Kane said, oftentimes we ignore the red flags and are stigmatized.
TikTok,
Well,
TikTok.
TikTok shop. Look, I'm just here for shits again. Free said, money can reflect financial success, but it doesn't determine a man's value. Society has done this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can have a very valuable man, a man that can add so much value to your life. But if you fall into the gap of what society says he or she should be doing, then it's like, uh, okay, Ken, you wasn't trying to come up, can you? Okay. Um, you can end up, fighting yourself by yourself because you're falling into what society's saying, you know? Burp. Um, let's see. Do men struggle silently because they fear appearing weak? Yeah, we do. We do.
Absolutely.
We
Yep.
absolutely do.
Really?
Yes, we
Absolutely.
do.
Yep.
Yes, we struggle in silence
Expound on
because
that.
a lot of times if we are presented and shown as being weak, then people won't value or trust what we're saying or doing. Right? So we always have to appear as strong until someone creates that space for us to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
I
It,
don't know
it's
about that
it, it,
strong stuff, that King Kong thing. Because
no, it's
you
not
can
even
be
saying
that.
King Kong. It's I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go beat on my chest when I'm doing what I need to do. But at the same time, I appreciate the heart. You know what I'm saying? I still need a space in which, like, I love my wife. My wife will give me a space to be vulnerable when the world done whoop my behind and I'm sitting here feeling borderline defeated. I don't want to come home and feel defeated. I want to come home and be able to express that defeat that I'm feeling and get reassured.
Oh, absolutely. I
You
mean,
feel what I'm
I've
saying?
always said that there's no better place in this world than to see your man rest his head on your lap
Come
and
on.
just let all of his emotions and all of his fears and all of his idiosyncrasies just flow in your lap. My God, today. Oh, the only thing I'm gonna miss about a relationship. Oh well.
I'm gonna tell you this much: there's nothing better than that feeling. But you gotta have that space has got to be so free and so open to where we're able to do that. Because once we're able to do that, we'll do anything you want.
Man, you got us wrapped around our boy.
I'll run it. We'll run into a brick wall if you say hit
Yep.
that wall
Hit that
wide
wall.
open.
Twice.
Yes.
Twice.
Twice.
Now that's the
I'm trying to
that is
tell
the
you.
truth.
Look,
That's the truth.
we telling y'all some secrets right now that may not even be a secret.
Oh,
Give us the space.
I've always known that. If a
Man,
man can
please.
do that, if I'm telling you, ladies, it's not the smecks. It's not the
No.
smecks that'll keep him.
No.
It's letting
No.
him be that person when he
Yeah.
needs it. That's what's gonna keep him.
Let me tell you, man, because
He'll be
Well,
looking for you with a flashlight in the daytime.
Frida B says that that's a lie.
Free.
So, I
why you
mean,
say
that's her
that, Free?
opinion. She's welcome to her opinion.
No, I don't. No, absolutely. Everybody always welcome to the opinion on this
Oh
panel.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Over her.
I'm just stating a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the one thing my ex-husband said he missed about being in our space is that he misses having a soft place to land where he can just be small if he wanted to be. He doesn't
Hmm.
have to always be the gargantuan. He could actually be small if he chose to be.
Yeah. Um. So that was for men. Oh, Free, don't say whatever. Look. Whenever you feel like you want to talk, big bro, right here. I got you. um. For women. So here's the woman side of things. Why do many women tie their worth to? Ooh,
There's sexuality.
no, 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 no.
Oh.
Hold up. Why do many women tie their worth to desirability or attention?
No. I can't answer that one.
Well, we can't answer it. We ain't a woman.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know how to answer
I'm
that.
just gonna sit here with my mouth closed. Free said me either. You mean I finally asked a question that got everybody going? Shit, I can't.
Dumbfounded. Dumbfounded, I tell you. We are all aghast.
Put it in the chat. Got it. All right. Let me throw that in there right quick.
Teacher K, welcome in. What it do?
Picking our mouths off the floor. I don't know, Brother Bear. You got me on that one. All them 430,000
Well,
words
no.
in the English dictionary, I ain't got one.
Apologetically, Christy says social media. That's probably the number one thing. Social media will make you tie their worth to some desirability or attention. Because let me tell you something. I go on social media all the time, right? I have to go intentionally go find different things because somehow, especially like here on TT, stuff pop up on my For You, and I'll be like, I don't have no interest in this. So I had to go create a whole other damn algorithm so that stuff like nonsense don't pop up,
Not on
right?
TT.
Man, that's on everything. TT, Insta, Face. I gotta go create a whole nother algorithm to get certain things to stop popping up. Cause I don't
Fig
even know
Newton.
half the time how it comes up.
See what Kenya says?
Kenya says perhaps we think our worth is tied to performance and not belonging. Uh the what can I do? The can do. Keita, what's up? Don't be
What up,
coming here with
Kita?
no googly eyes. You know what it is. So the question was, why do many women tie their worth to desirability or attention? And uh, unapologetically, Christy said social media, and Kenya said perhaps we think our worth is tied to performance and not belonging. That's that's a very satisfactory answer. I can dig that. Which actually leads to the my next question: can social media create unrealistic pressure for women? Welcome back, Shay.
Abso-smurfly.
Social media can absolutely create unrealistic pressure for women. Social media, I like it, and I got a hate and love relationship with social media. The reason why I like social media because I get to see different things, current things that's going on, things that's important. But also, social media I think it creates unrealistic pressure for women because when I open up my social media and I see, well, this woman says, hey, I gotta be fluid out here and I gotta be able to do this right here. I'm supposed to be able to do this. I need to go to the gym. I need to do this. I need to make sure I got my self care. I need to make sure that I'm doing this. I'm gonna be a mother. I gotta make sure this is done. You know, constantly seeing those things is a hell of a lot of pressure.
Where's that
Hell
your
of a lot
psyche?
of pressure.
Going into Freud for a second, it
Mhm.
wears at your psyche and your id. You
It
have
does.
no idea how to function in society because now you have transformed into this creature that you don't even recognize in the mirror. Ooh.
Mm. Programming, social media can program people. You know what I mean? It will program you to think exactly unrealistic expectations and pressure. Like you can't gotta get out of saying, I look at a lot of like because we're talking about women, the Instagram beauties. They on there. Oh, look at this. They got these bodies and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yeah, you purchased it, but did you really work for that?
And can you get a refund?
Right. So it's like, looking at all of that stuff, man, and how they put so much emphasis on it, it's sad. It really is sad. You know, it's so sad.
It is.
Um,
Because who placed that blueprint? Who created the blueprint?
right. Who
And can
said
we
this is
blow
what
up
the
the
standard's
blueprint?
supposed to be?
Yeah. Can we
But
throw some
the
bubble
one
gum at
thing that
it?
I love the most that I see on social media, the thing I love that subtle reminder is when I see people say they bring back that 90s type of woman, the 90s type of love, that 90s type where everybody was all natural and just looked good when you had the Sanaya Lathans and the Nia Longs and everything was just what it was. It wasn't no I need to be on here half naked for someone to pay me attention. No, man, I'm in there
Mm.
looking at them like, yes, give me you fully dressed. Like,
In a
I'm gonna keep it
moo
a buck.
In a moo folks.
In a moo. Come on.
Because grandma had a moo and she had 14 kids. So she knew what she was doing.
Look, and I see the women on here now bringing those moo back.
Oh, I have a closet full
Toy,
of them.
what's
I got at
going
least
on?
15 of them.
Look, I seen women on social media got the moo and doing what they doing in no moo. Yeah. I'm like, Okay, do your thing in your moo moo.
You better. You better
Hey, like
learn
you
how to
said,
move it over.
granddaddy had that moo moo.
Granddaddy had that moo moo and that house dress.
Look, she ain't had to do all that back in the day, man. Get back this. I think there are some things in this in society in this world today that we should just go back to. A lot of this other crap we can get rid of. Like, you ain't got to be out here half naked on social media. That's attention. You're attention seeking at this particular point. You know what I'm saying? Throw that moo moo on it and see. Yeah. Number 3 question on for women.
Them
Why do
moo-moos
some
caused some
women
trouble back
feel?
in them days.
Hey, look. Why do some women feel invisible when they aren't being pursued?
Because they seek attention from a man. They put their validation in someone else's view of them instead of
Mm.
seeking validation within themselves. People change habits too much.
Right. Kenya
Oh,
says she's upgraded to a caftan.
Mr. Sir left.
Yeah, I think he had a call or something.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Caftans are good too.
There you go. Get your caftan.
Where you gotta go.
hmm
Speaking of gotta
So,
go,
nah,
I
this
have
is
to
this
just
is
confirm a bit.
yeah.
Are we
So
on schedule?
man, yeah, we on schedule. We on schedule. Let's see. Peter said because
Oh,
society has taught us that a
look
man's
at us being all
validation
grown up.
is worth more than our own. Come on. So
Ooh,
look, we rolling through this thing tonight,
frightening but
y'all.
true.
It is. We rolling through this thing real good tonight.
That
Hold
was
you back
frightening
tonight.
but true.
Right. Um. Let's see. I'll throw out 2 more questions, then I'm gonna go to my closing statement and get it and keep it pushing. Give everybody back a little bit of time here. Um.
Oh,
Is
Tay.
loneliness making people question their value?
Uh,
Is what?
Is
Is
loneliness
loneliness?
is
Yeah.
loneliness making people question their value?
Yeah, it is. Why not me? Why can't
Yeah.
I find a man? Why can't I find a woman? Can I find a cat or a dog? Why can't I find that bar of soap that I've been looking for? Man, just invest in yourself. Build it and they will
Yeah.
come. Heal
That's
yourself
right.
and they will come. And if they don't come, it's okay.
You just say, yeah. Kenya said, I think
And if
so.
they don't come,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
whoop-de-doo.
Woo, man.
I think you gotta
Damn.
accept how they come and be patient with the process.
Yeah.
Period.
Most definitely. Can can being too available lower perceived value?
Absolutely. You run
Yeah.
into the phone every time the phone ring. You texting immediately. Nah, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. We ain't doing all that right there.
Yeah.
But why
Yeah.
not?
We ain't doing that. We did that in our 30s and our 20s and our. I'm not doing it never no day, never again. No
But why
sir.
why why not though?
No sir. Nope.
Mm,
It just doesn't interest me. I don't want to put that much energy in somebody ever again.
I understand
wow.
that.
It's been too disappointing.
I hear you.
And it's only so much. It's only so much disappointment the heart can take before it becomes hardened. And I never want my heart to be hardened. I want to bow out while I can still feel something.
Okay. I get where I get your response to that now. Because you're still open to a lot of things, and you don't want to have something that could impede you from closing it off prematurely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I can respect that. Yeah. Let's see. Kita said we don't like when people are too available.
We don't like needy people either.
Can you say I must be a glutton for heartache? But I think it's catered to each person, right? You know,
Mhm.
in being married, right? Being married, you know, I know that my wife wants me to be available for her, just like I want my wife to be available for me. Does that mean that she will be every single time? No. Am I going to be available every single time? No. But knowing that the commitment is there to be, is what is, to me, what is most important is, even though I may not be available, my intentions are to be available. You know what I mean? Uh, but again, I'm married, so
It's like
um,
having a credit card. You don't always have to use it, but you know it's there in case,
yeah,
the situation arises.
yeah, yeah. If you like Free said, Free like Keita, like you see, Keita said in dating, Free said dating is definitely different. Yeah. Um, Keita says, I want to know that you have a life and interests outside of me. Right. So
Oh,
again, I
absolutely.
think, yeah, dating is definitely different. Dating is the telescope to seeing what a person is, right? You can really microscopically look at everything and say, okay, this person can still function whether I'm here or not. So that if we do decide to become as one, they still can operate whether I am there or not. So yeah, I definitely get that because like my wife does what she needs to do when she needs to do it. I do what I need to do when I need to do it, and that's cool. See, Stephanie saying I'm grown and I'm available. If I'm available, I'm available. I'm not about playing games. Nah, I'm with you, and it shouldn't be
I
about
think
playing, any games for real.
I think the problem is when you start to lose your identity because you become a couple.
Hmm.
You should
Yeah, a
never have
lot of
to
a
lose
lot
your
of
identity.
couples lose their identity, and you got to
Yeah.
have two people that are so aware that you don't allow that to happen. Like I can only speak for myself, right? I won't allow my wife to lose her identity. I won't because lose if she lose her identity, I actually lose a part of me.
There you have it. Come on now.
I lose a part of me, and vice versa. She loses a part of her if I lose my self identity, of who I
Can the
am.
church say amen?
Yeah,
Amen.
yeah. Now
Yes.
I
Come
make it
on.
a we both make it a point to make sure that we go and do the things that we both enjoy doing outside of each other. You know what I'm saying? That we have to go and do those things. Like if I want to go sit at the cigar lounge, I know that's not her thing, but she's gonna say, "Hey, you need to go and do that because that's something that you enjoy." And I don't want you to stop being the individual that you are because the moment that you stop being the individual that you are is the moment that you end
You
up
stop being the person.
you stop being a person. You know what I mean? You stop being a person. So
You stop being the person that I was attracted to start with.
yes, those are the things that
Yep.
you know are important. What you say, Free? You're gonna make my life hell. How? What are you talking about, Free? Huh? Hey, I'm gonna do the Scooby Doo.
Huh?
Whoop.
Huh? Yeah, I got
What you
confused.
talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willie? Where we at? We almost at 10K. We almost there. Um, okay. If you stop being yourself, do things you do. Got it. Got it. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah. It's gonna make your life hell because you don't stop being yourself. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. No doubt. Yeah.
We doesn't mean I have to stop being me.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you, Free. Yeah. I got you, Free. I appreciate that. Um. Where
Right?
we at? 9.7. We're almost at 10. So that gives me enough time to do my closing statement. So, closing statement.
Uh-oh. Let me turn this up so I can hear it real good.
You are allowed to grow without disrespecting the version of you that survived. You're allowed to
Oh, wow.
heal without constantly proving yourself. And the right people won't require you to destroy yourself just to feel worthy of being loved. Sometimes the greatest transformation is finally believing you were enough before the world told you otherwise.
Mm,
And that's where I'm going at on my closing statement.
mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
That put a shiver in my liver.
Well, good. I'm glad it put a shiver in your liver.
Oh,
um,
gracious.
so
Wow.
I gotta leave something a little profound.
Man, that shook me to my whole core. Wait a minute. Let me check my pulse.
I, I don't need to read it again, do I?
No. Please don't. My spirit can't take it right now.
Go
I'm
ahead,
driving.
read it again, Marlon. Read it again.
Oh,
Here we
see, there
go.
we go. Now
Here
we
we
gonna
go.
shake, rattle, and roll. Oh, God. Go ahead. Hit it.
You are allowed to grow without disrespecting the version of you that survived. You are allowed to heal without constantly proving yourself. And the right people won't require you to destroy yourself just to feel worthy of being loved. Sometimes the greatest transformation is finally believing you were enough before the world told you otherwise.
Mm, mm. Message received.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. That right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to the hospital to get a new liver. Liver done
Well,
dropped
look,
out. It's gone.
I'm gonna drop you down. Let me give y'all tomorrow's topic. Tomorrow's topic is which ruins relationships faster? Lack of appreciation or lack of accountability?
Woo! Where do you get this stuff, man? You're happily married.
I am, but I don't. Hey, I'm not a therapist. I'm just a man who's
A
been
man
through
who's
some
been
things.
through some things. All right. I got you. I got
So, Bren, welcome in. I gave y'all a little snippet of what tomorrow's topic is going to be. Um, Man, you guys join us tomorrow, same time, 7 o'clock tomorrow. Bren, I just followed you. Everybody go follow Bren. Um, even Real Queen say, yeah, see you tomorrow, sis. We're gonna see you tomorrow. Spicy, see me tomorrow on this one. Which ruins relationships faster? Lack of appreciation or lack of accountability? You guys tune in tomorrow for the 100 podcast. Um, let's see how this thing goes tomorrow. Mama Gwen, as always, I appreciate you. I'm about to drop you down. You ready?
Nighty night, rabbits. Nighty night.
Ooh. Big guy. Where you at, bro?
I am in Seaford, Seaford, Delaware,
Okay. All right.
out near the Water Island area.
Okay. Kenya,
Yeah,
have a good night. Peachy, have a good night. Okay.
this
Well,
is the
big guy,
worst one.
get you some rest, brother.
I'm dealing with an ear infection right now.
Man, go find some antibiotics, some amoxicillin or something.
I did. I had to go to the emergency room, man.
Yeah.
It's, that's like it was just throbbing.
Well, get
So
off here and go rest, man. Peroxide, that'll work too.
I ain't got none.
Hey, gas station. Shit.
Yeah, I had to get something out of there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, brother,
Good
I'm gonna
bring.
drop you down. You enjoy your night, man.
All right, my friend. Y'all be good.
All
Later,
right.
chat.
You. Well, look, everybody, you guys, we will see y'all tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time. Much love, peace, and so.